Ladies and gentlemen, Anchor and Spotify have signed me up for their ambassador ads program, but the only ad that I get to put on this podcast, according to them, is the one for Anchor. So I'm here to tell you why we love the host of this podcast, Anchor.fm. Listen, Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast to listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started. Listen, I love Anchor. It's easy to upload. I can just upload the videos of this podcast directly to Spotify. It puts it on Apple. It does everything for you. We use Anchor here. We use Anchor at Recap and Record. Listen, I launched Recap and Record, that podcast. I launched it in 20 minutes. It literally took me 20 minutes because I just made a new Anchor account. I created the podcast. They gave me my RSS feed, and bam, there you have it. A brand new podcast. Here we go. Listen, you need to use Anchor to host your podcast. All my clients use it. All my friends use it. 280 Plus uses it. Attack at Random uses it. Recap and Record uses it. The Wad Pod uses it. If you're not using Anchor to host your podcast, what are you doing? Okay? You need to go to anchor.fm to get started today. It is free and anyone can make a podcast. Listen, I tell all my friends all the time because all of my friends here's the same. It's the same fucking story every single time. I see a tweet, I see a Facebook post, I see a business, I see a person, I see a model, quote unquote, I see whoever, and they're like, dude, I think I should start a podcast. I'm going to start a podcast about this, and I'm going to start a podcast about that, and I want to start a podcast about this. And then I comment on it, and I say, do it. Do it right now. You don't need to spend $10,000 on a studio renovation like I did. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on boom arms and microphones and $600 Rodecaster Pros and $600 Apple Air Max headphones and a fucking $800 4K camera and a Facecam Pro and everything. I mean, listen, you don't need to spend 15 grand to get a podcast started like I did. Okay? It literally will start with the device in your pocket. If you want to start a podcast, start it now. I know it's hypocritical of me to say that, but start it right now, okay? This isn't my first podcast. This is like my fourth or fifth one. So let's get with the program, people. Get out your phone, go to the App Store, type in Anchor, A-N-C-H-O-R. I'm giving you all the fucking details right here, right now. We're going to get to the episode in a minute, but I'm telling you, you need to go to anchor.fm.com. It's not .com, I'm sorry. It's just anchor.fm. It's 2022, people. Anchor.fm, or just Google the word Anchor podcasting. You'll find it, okay? Anchor.fm to download the app and then just start an episode. Listen, start it on your phone. You have a phone. I know you have a fucking pair of AirPods. Everybody does. And if you don't have AirPods, your phone fucking came with a free pair of wired ones. Those work better than the AirPods anyways. So, dude, throw in your headphones, do what you need to do, and freaking get your podcast started today. And there's no easier way to do that than anchor.fm, just like this podcast does. Now, back to the show. This is the What Are We Doing podcast. We're like, there's no rhyme or reason to do it anymore. I'm done. I can get Grandpa dancing to Bruno Mars and I can get Grandma dancing to Lizzo and it's done. Like, there's no reason to be playing Footloose at your wedding anymore. It was just it was a smash of a weekend. I mean, the Steven and Randy, our gay couple, they were fucking fantastic. And then last night, dude, I'm going to talk about this in a main episode, but listen, in 10 years, we've never gotten anything. Like, we've gotten tips, like either the groom's dad or the bride of the groom, they'll hand us an envelope, has some cash in it. But like, and look at this. And this is what, does your wife do this? My fiance just brought me coffee from Starbucks and munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts with presumably Beautiful. A love note in it. And I didn't even ask Beautiful. For any of it. So call Brittany and get her on that shit. Anyways, just kidding.
Brittany brings home random little treats. Like, did I tell you about the Santa's Visit Lego set that appeared the
Yes,
other
yes,
day?
yes, 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 yes. That's right. Brittany
She
brings you
came home.
Legos. Yeah,
She was like, "Hey,
Megs doesn't bring me Legos anymore because I haven't built the ones I have. Until I do, that's when she'll
yeah,
bring
you
me new
gotta get
Legos.
on that, man."
Yeah, I know.
But anyhow,
So, dude, in 10 years, we've gotten cash, we've gotten tips, right? Now, we've seen other DJs in the area, like I think a couple years ago, like one of Clock's brides and grooms got him like custom, like Skechers shoes made or some bullshit. Like, we've seen gifts for DJs and clients before, but we've never got them. So our freaking
yeah,
Ariel and Tim, our wedding from yesterday, we did their engagement shoot. They got photo, video, DJ, like pretty much the whole package from us. We show up to the resort they're getting ready at yesterday, and there's two drawstring bags. One says, "What are we doing?" on it. One says, "Kodak, you know that" on it for Justin. And I'm like instantly, what the fuck is this? And she's like, "They're your gifts. There you go. Like, thank you." Like, it was 10 a.m. We didn't even do anything yet. Like, for all she knew, my playlist could have been shit and these photos are all blurry. But like, we just showed up and like, there they were. And so we
what was in
open
it?
it.
What was in it? I gotta know.
Dude, I'm opening it. And so we each got a shirt. Mine says, "I've got the magic in me." And his says blah, 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 because in every conversation, it's just what he says. It's a bit now. And just when you talk to Justin, he will say blah, blah, blah at one point because that's just how he describes his run on sentences.
And blah blah blah. Yeah,
Yeah. And so, and then we also got fucking tumblers with the word Sparks on it. And we each got $100 cash, $25 gift card to Taco Bell, and a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse because they watch the fucking podcast and they're that down to fucking earth.
dude.
And it's like, dude, I got it. And I immediately went to my car because I had to go to the venue to set up. I started bawling. I texted Megs and I'm like, "This is the most fantastic thing anyone's ever done for me."
Great.
And like,
It's a great gift.
and when I started this podcast, I thought like, you know, like I thought the worlds would clash. Like, I thought a Pixel and Hammer client would see it and drop us. I thought a wedding client would see it and be like, "Wait, that's my DJ." But like, dude, and our Randy and Steven the night before, they came up to me as we're packed, because, you know, we make it a point to hug them and say thank you and have a good night. And like, it was amazing, blah, 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 just to get some feedback. And so they came up to me, hugged them both 10 times. And at the end, first of all, most of the time our couples are drunk. So it's fantastic. Steven leans into me and goes, "By the way, I listened to the podcast. That shit's fire." Snapped and walked away. The boy snapped and walked away. And then I'm left
Did you
there.
feel really validated in that moment?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're just like, "This is, I needed this."
Yes. And then to not only boost my ego further, and this is a conversation for another day because it happens very rarely, but when it does, Justin and I feel real good about it. To boost my ego even further, I'm left there with his new husband, Randy, and he leans in, and I thought it was going to be another podcast bit. He leans in and says, "Just so you know, by the way, I had multiple people tonight ask me if you were single, and don't worry, honey, I set them straight. I said, you have a bomb-ass fiance, an adorable little boy at home. I took care of you. Don't worry about it." And then I hugged him again, and it was just like fucking, it was the greatest night ever. And he just texted me. He just texted me, said it was a blast, and Venmoed me an extra $50. So it's like, dude, it's when you have the ability to be a smart, and just it's not hard. I'm not up there. Listen, I'm probably one of the only DJs that doesn't have a fucking turntables on his setup, and I'm sure I get laughed at in the industry for that because I don't use the turntables and the little slidey sliders and the shit. But guess what? I can rock the shit out of my playlist, and I don't have time to do that because I'm dancing with my guest all night. And when I'm dancing with my guest all night and I see their aunts, their cousins, their best friends, their sisters, their bridal party, their parents over there at different points in the night go, "Oh," because they see me and I see them, and that's
making
the
the party
vibe.
happen.
Right. I don't have fucking time. And it's like, dude, it was a great weekend. And on top of that, I'm over here. I've got like 6 harbor plan inquiries. I'm booking shit left and right. I'm fucking live tweeting
I like
House
that.
of Dragons.
That was a fun update text
It's
yesterday.
just, it's
yeah, that was
just,
good.
it's I'm flowing. I'm flowing. And yeah, so I might have slept until 12:30 today because I worked 24 hours in like the last 18. But here we are. You know what I mean?
And the math doesn't check out, but I got you.
You know what I mean? And so here we are.
Yeah.
And I think, and thank God for this. And you know why? Because I've been burnt by this before. I've had these super hot topics and these super things I've been so ready to jump on and get out as quickly as possible. And then something else happens and something else develops. And I'm glad we're here to talk about our man Adam on Monday, because
we also got here. I wish we could have done it sooner last week if my sinuses would have cooperated, because I was like, I just want to talk about this because it's so funny.
It's so fine. Funny. I think it's fine.
But yes.
So, but I think because the dust has settled, I think we're kind of done. I don't know if we're going to get too much more now.
Yeah, we're kind of doing like a post-mortem now.
Yeah.
I want to do some analysis. Like we just like finished this. We're past the Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
The game's over and there's a decider, decided victory.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we can how did this happen? What's wrong with Adam Levine? Why is he so bad at sexting? There's many questions that I have prepared to discuss as well. I did also some research. I knew some stuff anecdotally just because he's been famous for a while. But yeah, I'm glad we're here.
So,
I also, real quick though, weekend vibe, my weekend.
Yeah.
Real quick though.
Go.
Awesome weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually in Harrisburg at the Riverfront venue. Have you seen anything there? It's like just a pop-up venue right along the river there.
No.
It's pretty cool. It's right on Front Street.
Like where Capona and like City Island is?
Yes. Yeah. You can park on City Island and walk to the venue across the walking bridge.
Okay.
But we saw the band, The National. It was probably in my top 10 all-time bands. Big band, famous indie band. They have played for years. They played part of this tour was at Red Rocks, and there just happened to be a part of this tour that was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So a bunch of friends went. Super cool. They played for like 2 hours, played all the songs you'd want them to from like every album.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So great night. One of our friends got left behind in Harrisburg. That's a story for another day.
On purpose or by accident?
And both.
Okay.
He did text after a while and was just like, leave me here. And we'll talk about that. That's for another day.
Okay.
And then yesterday, and I'll send you some pics of this. I thought I can't drop anything in the chat here on this newfangled podcast app we're using, but
that's weird.
Went to Longwood Gardens down near Philly, Kennett Square.
Yep.
Awesome, dude. Mm-hmm. Our friends Matt and Kirsten are members, and they've been telling us for a while. And we went with them finally. It's so cool. It's over 1,000 acres of plants and architecture and woodlands and flowers, and there's a conservatory that they built. Dude, there is tropical plants. There is everything you could ever think of. It is so cool. I'll text you pictures so you can look at this for lifetime reference, because I was geeking out, man. I was like,
I'm on it now.
I'm not dude, it's so cool. And I have known about it. It's a thing that's been here around Philly for years. I just never went.
Yeah.
And I have no idea now that I've gone, I feel like I've been really missing out, because they change it seasonally. There's a Christmas thing they do.
Yeah.
They have obviously plants change seasonally. So there's natural change to things, but even just the architecture, I'm sending you in this set of pictures.
Yeah.
This is so funny. The bathroom is circular design in the one building because they can fit more in, and it looks like it's from the Jetsons.
Oh, that's cool.
It's crazy. I sent you my set of pics of just cool stuff, some nice flower shots, and then the bathroom that's round that looks like it's from the future.
Well,
incredible trip.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I just Discord you. I don't, and it's certainly, no, you're not going to get this experience there, but I just sent you a link. Our one client, the Garden Bower, it's in Carlisle or somewhere around here.
I'm all about checking this out. I know that this was a thing. I just never looked at it.
Yeah. No.
This is cool too. There's a conservatory and everything too.
Yeah. They just set that up. Yeah, Bill and Jane are great. They're, Bill's a character. He's got, I think he has a speech impediment, but it's not terrible. But once you hear it, it's patternized. It's very interesting, but they're great people. And
check out those pics, though, man. There's some beautiful shots I got there too.
No, dude, I did. Is this a real a shower? Is that what I'm looking at?
Dude, so that was really cool. And also our friends had been there several times and they didn't find that because they said it's like cool. Every time you go, there's like something new
Well,
you
right.
find
So
because
what do
there's
you
1,000
do?
acres to explore.
Right. What do you do with 1,000
It's
acres? You can't. I mean, are
just
people lost
incredible.
there? Has there been murders on the property? Because I'd imagine. No.
I don't
I mean,
know.
hey,
I don't know.
a
I don't know.
thousand, 1,000
I
acres
actually
seems like a lot.
funny you mentioned that. I made that joke of like, dude, it'd be great, but there's like cameras everywhere. But I was like, this would
Mm,
be like an interesting setup for like bodies found here. But you'd be able to
mm-hmm.
find there's cameras everywhere. But it's cool. There's a couple of restaurants. There's like a beer bar.
Okay.
There's
It's
a conservatory which is
a
huge.
day long thing.
Yeah, we were there for like 6 or 7 hours.
Right.
It was really cool.
Right.
Highly recommend it. Like, dude, there's like we didn't get to see some stuff because it started raining, and we kind of like tried to find cover, and we still kind of walked in the rain because we were all like fine with it. It was like whatever, we're here, whatever. But totally recommended as like a thing if you guys want to go for like a cool like exploring day. It was just awesome. And there's like I'll send you another picture later. There was this one thing that like straight up looked like it was out of Lord of the Rings because they had this old bell tower.
Yeah.
That used to be they have this whole room of the light show because at night they put on light shows in the gardens and they have like fountains and water everywhere. Like it's just crazy. And they have the old switchboard and pump system when it was all analog before digital stuff.
Whoa.
And it used to be in this tower that looked over the water. And there was one person, or like maybe two, I think.
Sure.
They changed over the years. But like a guy who like had a memorized sequence of switches to make the fountains all go and like the lights go and everything work.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But the tower's still there and there's a clock tower in it now with like but it looks like it's like in the middle of the scenic thing that looks like a tower in Lord of the Rings. It's like a watchtower, basically. I took a shot that looks cool. Let me actually, I'm gonna send it now so you can look at what we're talking.
There's another place I have for you that you will enjoy probably more than the Garden Bower. Well, maybe not. Let me find it. We just did a engagement shoot. And it was at this, I think it's in Carlisle. Hold on. Let's do this. Let me just find the string. And then I started texting her, didn't I? Okay, hold on 1 second. I just want to find this name for you. Okay, well, Tanya's definitely not my Grubhub driver. Aha, yes. It's called Kings Gap Environmental Education Center. It's on Kings Gap Road in Carlisle. But like, just be prepared. If you do go, I'll send you the image then. If you do go, you drive like up a mountain. And like you're going like 5-10 miles an hour because you're not going to fall off, but like you feel like you're falling off depending on whether you're high or not while you're driving up. I think I might have been. And so, it was a little rocky, but like not rocky, like dangerous, but like, like when I expected to pull into a parking lot, but instead I drove like literally 10-15 minutes up this hill. I would
definitely check that out.
It's very fun. And then when you get to the top, there is a building. I think they use it for like events and stuff. I'm not sure what the educational center part is about. When we were there was a wedding and we were there for an engagement shoot, but people like take their dogs and walk around. And then there's like this little fenced in gated area, which is like their butterfly garden. And it's kind of small. They have like a big water tower that's like out of commission, like you kind of said there. So it's pretty much the same thing, but just on a smaller scale. So,
yeah, I'll check that out. No, I'm like all about exploring things like this now because it was like, shockingly awesome. Like I thought it'd be cool because our friends Matt and Kirsten are like they never lead us astray, but it was like a very cool experience. But anyhow, so yeah, that was my weekend. Great weekend, just chill, fun exploration. But let's get back to our main man Levine. Let's talk about Adam.
You see the shirt? You see the shirt? You see the shirt I have on? Okay. This podcast is not only LGBTQ ABCD plus friendly. Okay. I plan to be, because listen, I have an experience, love, dedication, and I mean, obviously Megs brings me coffee and donuts without asking, but I've never been talked to on Instagram the way Adam Levine does. So I want to be the first man that Adam Levine is talking to. So hit me up, baby. Let's go. Like, DMs are open. I have 6 Instagrams account. Pick one. Pick the one you think Megs won't check, and let's chat, baby. Because I want
funny
that.
If Adam Levine
I
started
want that.
Sexting you on the Pix on Hammer account randomly.
I want that holy shit, your body's fucking fire meme ready to go, locked up. Dude, I was this close to making one. I almost fucking made one. I almost took a full body naked selfie with a huge eggplant emoji way past the point to where my dick goes and posting it on that thing as a meme, and I almost did it, and I stopped myself because I just figured it wouldn't be good or attractive or hilarious to anyone but me. But honestly, I was this close.
I would have laughed about it, but it would have been funny. It would have been very funny. Yeah. All right. So we're going to put aside for our purposes the like, hey, this is kind of a shitty thing to do when you're married and have a kid. We're also, I think we should not even bother discussing the fact that he asked one of his mistresses if he could name his kid after her.
Okay, but that's how it started. So that's how it started,
that was
right?
That was the first leak, right? That
the
was like
first low blow.
Like,
and the
hey,
mistress...
This is weird.
I'm sorry. I have to... She looks like Sid the Sloth. Like, you're cheating on your Victoria's Secret bombshell of a wife with a girl who looks like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. I can't... I'm sorry. It's mean, but like, she's not a... I don't get it.
I haven't seen, so I can't weigh in, but I mean, yeah. So that was the beginning. Let's just do a quick timeline. That happened. And then from what I gather, other women were just like, yo, this happened to me too. This guy, like all these texts and screenshots. My first question is, does the man not know that women can screenshot?
Right. No. Yes. No, it's absolutely insane. Right. You can't.
Like, in this day and age,
you're Adam Levine. Like, there's a reason. I just sent you a picture of her, the cheater on Discord. There's a reason you don't do like. There's a reason. There's a reason. The Rock, like. That Donald Trump's tweets or whatever he posts is monitored. There's a reason celebrities are monitored online. Now it's 2022 and we've got Radio Shack. We've got Paramount Pictures now. Fuck it. I've joined on board just absurdities on Twitter.
Yeah, we're off the edge of the map, I think, in some ways where no one knows really what to do.
So who knows if obviously the celebrities are running their own accounts now and it's not good for anybody. Like, there's been no good to come out of celebrities having DMs open on Instagram. Like,
No.
That's the first. Do you know the reason why Stroth, and her last name is Strahl or something, by the way, so I just call her Sloth. So Sloth sent the fucking, she made the TikTok because her friend, and by the way, she should have listened to her fucking friend. Her friend was smart, unlike this dumb bitch. Her friend was smart and said, hey, you're hooking up with and cheating with Adam Levine, and you've got him caught in 4K red receipts on Instagram. You need to go straight to TMZ and tell them to write you a check. She said, you need to sell this shit. Her best friend was, because she sent her best friend the screenshots, her best friend was ready to sell this shit tomorrow because she's smart. Get 50 G's and get out. But like, hey, Stroth was like, well, Adam's a real nice guy. And so she made the video anyways to beat her friend to the punch without getting paid for it. You stupid person. And so now this is where we're at. We've got Chipotle bag.
So that happens.
We've got Chipotle bag, Adam Levine crawling back to his wife.
And now I'm feeling stupid, crawling back to you.
Every time,
I'm so glad you made that.
Every time I press that button, we are donating 25 cents to the charity of Adam Levine's choice. So I'll have a ticker on the screen. Swear to God.
So
this podcast makes so much fucking money.
Timeline. So I didn't know that detail. I definitely also, if I was going to put the story out there, would have just gotten paid and walked away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she wanted influence. Weird way to get it, because like,
well, she's got. I think she's got a couple 100,000 on TikTok. I think. Yeah.
I think there's influence. We do peddle an influence now. It's like it has a currency to it. Anyhow, everyone else starts posting, and so clearly he doesn't know how to talk to women,
right,
which is impressive for a person who is like famous. But also, I have a theory about that, but we'll come back.
Okay.
How could a man who has been talking to women, presumably, who are very attractive for years,
mm-hmm,
be so very, very bad at sexting.
He bagged a Victoria's Secret model. Like, maybe they think it's cute. I don't know.
But like, okay, so I asked this question to Brittany. Brittany and I were talking about this.
Yes.
And I was like, why? And she was like, is he like from the Midwest or something? Which is hilarious. That was her first question.
Okay.
Is he from the Midwest? Maybe he doesn't like, he's been famous for all, but maybe he has like Midwestern roots. So he like is like very folksy and weird. Okay. I need to see the booty. I might need to see the booty.
I was just reading some. Holy fucking fuck. That body of yours is absurd. Haha. How are you such an hourglass? My God. Seriously, fuck. Like, I may need to see the booty. Fuck with 12Ks.
Yeah.
Like God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? All right. So he's not from the Midwest. I did my research.
Okay.
He is a private school LA boy.
Okay.
So I also think, and this is my theory here, I think if you grow up in LA as a private school kid, you're totally detached from reality in a different way, but similar to a kid from the Midwest who has no experience with culture.
Right. Right.
Because like you're so insulated from normal people that there's like, it's hard to figure out how to talk to normal people.
Is that, and I guess, is that just the excuse then for his like immaturity? Is that the excuse?
I mean, there's no excusing it. It's like he's
of
gross,
course, but like, I guess it's just like, it's like, dude, I mean, even when it's not sexual, it's like, I'm having another baby, wifey pregnant, and I'm having a boy, and I'm naming him Zaya, and he will be a badass. Like, I've never said that about like,
he's
it's
texting like a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah.
From like, but from like 2005. Yeah. Like not from now.
Right.
It's really weird.
Right. It's like really, they took his smartphone away. Yeah.
Yeah. It's super unsettling. And then, but my little fun fact that you may or may not know that I know, and I had a trouble finding it because I feel like he may have tried to purge this from his history. So this is not his, obviously, this is not his first misstep as a celebrity.
Okay.
Adam Levine used to have a Kmart clothing brand partnership. And if you look it up, if you can find it and you type in Adam Levine Kmart, which it took me longer than I thought to find it. I know this because I remember seeing it in real life at the Kmart near where I grew up. Now, Kmart does have it on their website still, which I was under the impression Kmart was like not a thing anymore.
Oh, they're all e-commerce now. Yeah.
But Adam Levine is available in the clothing line section. So I just think, knowing that, coupled with his weird 2005 17-year-old boy texts, I think the man is in a state of arrested development. Where, yes, he plays in Maroon 5.
There's no way.
Not a good band. Yeah, dude, right?
There's no way.
I've been holding this. I've been wanting I'm glad I got your reaction on camera to this because you laughed in the way that I hoped you would, knowing that he had a Kmart partnership.
It's okay.
So he's like Kmart brand sexting too. That's what I think is happening here.
But it's also
Kmart
like
brand clothing and Kmart brand sexting.
Do you think that's what this is? Holy shit, that's what this is.
He has no aesthetic taste. No aesthetic taste.
Or you think he's trying to save Kmart? You think there's no other, like, listen, because there's no way his career is going down that fast. Like, he's on The Voice. The Voice is hot. The Voice, I don't watch it, but everyone I talk to is like, yo, The Voice.
I see clips from it on social media all the time, so I know it's still a thing.
Maroon 5 is still hitting bangers. I'm still playing Maroon 5 at every wedding, so they're getting either residuals or those new songs. Like, I know they almost kicked him out when, like, season 2 of The Voice started or some shit. But, like, there was tendencies there, but he was like, wait a minute, I need that band money still. And so they worked it out. And, like, obviously they've made hits ever since. But, like, so, like, I don't think his career's that far in the dumpster. So I think this might be a last-ditch effort to bring the Kmart brand back. I mean, we see what Radio Shack's doing. We just saw them make a move on another like they did with Pier 1. Like Radio Shack owns Pier 1 too, and they just bought another business like last week for like $7 million that they're going to flip into an e-commerce store.
It's an interesting plan to be like, hey, let's buy all of these failed brands and turn them into
e-commerce.
less failed.
Yeah, because the SEO value is way more than the foot traffic they would get opening retail store. It's insanity. So maybe he's trying to bring back Kmart. But like, dude,
make Kmart great again with Adam Levine.
And then so then what happens? He starts the yoga teacher comes out. She was kind of, I mean, she looks like the kind of girl that Adam Levine would cheat on. I mean, have you seen this chick?
No, please continue.
This
giving me
chick
the information
is where's the? Oh wait, maybe this isn't the one I was thinking about. Oh, the yoga teacher's kind of ugly too. Shit. This isn't the one. A picture of him and some girl with like fake lips and tattoos all over her body came out. Man, it's so incredibly insane to me. And like,
my question is though, and I admittedly, because I wasn't feeling well last week, did he cheat on his wife with every one of these women, or did he just send them horribly immature sex messages?
No, well, okay, so here's and this is the kicker, right? Because when so the TikTok came out, and then the next morning he posted an Instagram story that said the following: a lot is being said about me right now, and I want to make it clear. I want to clear the air. I use poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. I did not have an affair. Bullshit. Nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life. In certain instances, it became inappropriate. I have addressed that and taken proactive steps to remedy this with my family. My wife and my family is all I care about in this world. To be this naive and stupid enough to risk the only thing that truly matters to me was the greatest mistake I could ever make. I will never make it again. I take full responsibility. We will get through it, and we will get through it together. So according to him, and this was on Instagram, but according to him, he didn't cheat. But then as soon as he posted this, the original girl, the sloth looking girl, said that she pretty much responded with, someone get this man a dictionary to redefine his definition of not cheating, because apparently she was sucking a little dick. So, allegedly, I don't know. So, and then this yoga teacher came out, and I think maybe two people. And I mean, man, it's just been meme central. I mean, the dude looks like a fucking Chipotle bag. Am I right? Like, what are we talking about?
It's off the charts right now. And it's like, it's been funny, some of the brands who've gotten in on it.
Right. Like, the your body's so fucking hot memes. I'm living for it. I am here for it all day. All damn day. Dude, I have this video that Meg's made. I really want to show it to you. I'm scrolling to find it now. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared, but it is something that I wish our friend Scott would just do automatically without me having to tell him. But now I'm just gonna, even though I have not heard your wife sing yet, I am going to believe that she is very good. So A, I need you to send me like one of her songs, and B, I hope she's really good so I can just talk to her about making new music and not Scott, because he doesn't do it for me anymore, and it's really irritating. So,
you should tell him it's a job requirement.
We found here. Okay, let me just download this, and it should come through the Rodecaster. I think you should be able to hear it. We found this. This man is a genius. He took all the messages and made them into a song.
Oh my god!
Can you hear it?
That body of yours is absurd, yeah. Ooh. I'd do anything for it. I'm now obsessed with you.
Kind of
I mean, you to see the booty fuck my god. Seriously, fuck. I wanna tattoo my ass in such an hourglass. Holy fuck. Yeah, 'cause girls like you.
I mean, it's like, it's perfect.
Dude, people are quick. People are quick.
It doesn't get better. And that's what I mean. Tell me that Scott couldn't have made that video in 10 minutes. So like and it would have went viral.
I'm also, have you ever, okay, so I just want to go, I want to take issue with, so the dictionary questions,
yes.
The response is funny, but I want to put another thing to the dictionary to Adam Levine's apology statement.
Oh.
Flirtatious text messages.
Yeah.
I have never, at any point in time, at any age, when I've tried to attract a woman, said anything remotely like anything that this dude just said. Let me tell you, it's morally bad to cheat on your wife.
Let me tell you,
but it is offensive to the community of flirting to say that is flirtatious. That is like beyond comprehension. I don't know what he was doing.
When I was in high school, and Megan, my fiance, future wife, love of my life, mother of my son, she will tell you this 100%. When I was in high school, I was the biggest flirt. I should have been voted biggest flirt in the school every year in the row. Dude, I was doing Adam Levine before Adam Levine was fucking doing it. So fuck with me. I don't give a shit. And so this was before Facebook. So I just didn't go viral for it. You know what I mean? And so like I was doing that shit. And in my history of being an absolute asshole in high school and afterwards, I've never said, let me see that booty. Like, I don't even think I've ever sent, I've maybe sent
an hourglass.
Right.
Like, bro,
I think,
what is this, 1930s flirting?
Like what's the appropriate, let's just clear the air right now.
Oh, I can't believe I got to see your ankle.
If you're just referring to some female's body, whether she sends you a nude or not, I don't think that happened here, maybe. But if you're talking about a female's body, it's very simple, fellas. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 letters followed by a punctuation. All you have to fucking do, you don't need fuck with a bunch of K's behind it. Don't call it her booty. Like, no girl wants to show you her fucking booty. All you do is you send her a message. You ready for this? You say, damn, with a period. And that's it. She gets it. She knows what's up. She knows the definition. There's no need for the fucking booty talk, like whatever. You can't just go in with like, fuck, your body's an hourglass. I want to see the booty, bro. Like, you're not talking to your
no one
dudes.
says that.
Dude, like, yeah.
What's funny about your method is that method is not dissimilar to how I first started talking to Brittany before we were dating, which is I had just gotten out of a pretty long relationship, and it was probably like 3-4 months after that. Mm-hmm. And I had like known Brittany, but like we like didn't talk regularly. And I was trying to figure out, how do I start a conversation with this girl that like I kind of know, I think she's cool.
Right.
I just want to talk to her. And frankly, it was just like, I think she's cool. Just want to talk to her. Like not trying anything more. Just trying to have a conversation. Right. But I was like, how do I engineer this organically?
Another solid one. I
sent a text.
Yep.
Just pretended I sent it to the wrong Brittany.
Oh.
And that is how my now wife and I first ever text message after a long time.
Hell yeah.
Was just, I said something, I was like, oh, sorry, wrong Brittany. Now, what's funny is I found out that when I said wrong Brittany, worst mistake ever. I should just rolled with it and pretend I meant to text her, because she was like into talking to me.
Uh-huh.
And then when I said that, devastating, because she had just broken up with her boyfriend.
Right.
And found out that like she thought, oh, this guy that I like, she thought I was cool, texted me.
Oh, so now you broke her heart You broke her heart a second time in the same way. I
just made her feel bad. Just made her feel bad on top of
here she thought Big Dick Paul was coming through to save her life because she just got heartbroken. And now it's like, bam, double heart smash. Sorry, wrong Brittany. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. That's it.
Didn't know I was texting her.
I'm getting her on the podcast.
Just been broken up with.
Yeah, I'm getting her on the podcast. I'm getting her on this podcast, and we're just gonna talk shit on you being an asshole for an hour, and it's gonna be great. Like we're gonna shit on your guitar pedals. 5 minutes
of content there, buddy.
We're gonna shit on your Lego building abilities. We're gonna make fun of your whatever. I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Shit, 50 cents, baby. We're up to 50 cents. We're going to save. Listen, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to donate the money to the Los Angeles Homeless Fund to help them, because they said it's going to cost $750,000 per unit. And I think it's only like 1 to 2 homeless people per unit. Like, so they're building them $750,000 apartments for no reason in Los Angeles because the streets are just flooded. Like, there's homeless people at Tom Cruise's house right now. Like, it's kind of insane. And I'm not entirely sure what is going on, but like, I think the plan they said is to, like, Texas, I'm pretty sure they cleaned that shit up. I think Texas just dropped like $4 billion and like got rid of 90% of the homeless people. And I mean, they could listen, I think, here's what I think is going to happen. I'm ranting
We
now.
jumped a track and my brain has to catch up. Hold on.
It's okay. But here, I think with everything that DeSantis did in Florida last week, and with what's going on with the homeless population, hear me out. In 10 to 15 years, I think we might be living in a dystopian world where billionaires and people with just infinite amounts of money like Elon Musk and judges and governors and presidents and whoever are just going to use like the poor and the unwealthy people as like political moves or like just for funsies. Like,
what do you mean in 10 to 15 years? We do that now.
Right. But I mean, just like now, it's like, it's kind of like, whoa, what are you doing? But like, it's not going to be a shocker when Donald Trump sends 100 migrants from Mar-a-Lago to, all the way over into like California somewhere. Like, what? Why? We have governors sending, do you know why did you hear this story? I didn't look into why he did it, but apparently we sent a bus full of migrants from Florida to Martha's Vineyard for what? A plane?
It was a plane.
For what?
And it's worse.
Listen,
it's worse. Okay.
They can't afford it. They should rent first, okay? They can't afford the houses there. They need to rent first and learn the American way.
Do you want to know what he did? This is why he did it.
Go.
This is the story. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Go.
The people weren't from Florida.
No.
They were from Texas.
Okay,
He flew to Texas, picked up people, said, hey, we're going to give you asylum, and then flew them to Massachusetts because he thought, ooh, I'm going to take them to a liberal state, and then the liberal people will be hypocritical and say, we're not taking these people in. Backfired because the people of Martha's Vineyard were like, we're going to
they kept them for a day.
These people.
Right.
Why'd you do this,
right.
you asshole? Like,
right.
Why did you do this?
Right.
And that's what it was just to own the libs. That's all he was trying to do, is like get a headline and make people think like, oh, the liberals will see when we bring the migrants to them, they won't take care of them and they'll be just like us, which is kind of a cell phone in a way to be like, yeah, we don't care about this people. Incredible. Like, what a terrible guy. Also, Ron DeSantis, I think, is like a nightmare person, obviously. But my favorite Ron DeSantis thing, and it's not like a good thing, it's very bleak, is that like, I think we're up to 6 times now. He has given a speech and said, we beat COVID. We beat COVID in Florida. And every time he's done this, it's after like 20,000 people, like old people in Florida died from COVID.
Right.
And like, it goes like, it like dips down for a few weeks and he comes out and gives a speech in front of the governor's mansion and says, we beat COVID. And it's just like such a like cartoonish way to like just let it rip through the old people and kill them every few months and then come out and say every time we beat COVID. Incredible. The guy has no hubris. He's a living meme, basically, at this point. He is just creating, his life is written by the internet.
Let me ask you something, and last bit on politics, and then we can get the fuck off of it. Can you explain to me how, now maybe it just has to do with this country and the way the laws are set up, but the way my brain processes, the way my brain works, is that when I see certain things, I go, that should be illegal. Let me give you a list of those things. For example, I don't know about you. You
kidnapping people from Texas and taking them to Massachusetts against their will.
So that's besides the point. That's A. So then B. You live in Lancaster, so I don't think you have this problem. But on 83 South and 83 North, we have a very, very, I I like to call it the Maple Donuts problem, because the man who owns Maple Donuts has too much money. So he just puts up billboards to say whatever he wants. Some of those billboards include a white background, a
fake
picture,
Donald Trump,
a picture of a Taliban dressed as the president of the United States holding a rocket launcher, and it says "Making the Taliban Great Again, Joe Biden." Another one on the billboards, I don't know if Maple Donuts had to do with it, but it says "The York County healthcare system just killed my 8-year-old son," and it was this story about a mom distraught with the York hospital. Like, it's just that we can just put up billboards defaming the government. And then C, I think it's for the primaries. I keep seeing all these commercials, and man, what the fuck is going on? Because I see the signs in the people's yards, and it's like Michael D'Angelo or whatever the guy's name is. And then I see a commercial, and then it's this guy being interviewed in a park somewhere. And he's like, well, listen, here's the thing. I wouldn't vote for D'Angelo because he's going to make abortion legal and murder all your children. And B, he's releasing criminals straight from prison. He says if they've murdered someone, they are getting released from prison on day one. And then, like, I see a commercial about this other guy who literally looks like a crackhead. And he's like, listen, bro, I'm for the streets. And if you want Dr. Oz in the Senate, like, dude, this is out of control. I'm for the people. I'm from the people. I live on Princess Street. Like, he's one of us. And he's on the TV talking about how the other guys.
Are you referring to John Fetterman, the huge dude who was running for Senate against
Probably.
John Fetterman?
Probably.
John Fetterman rules.
And he's like, and he's talking about all this other shit. And then not to mention, hey, what's Dr. Oz doing here? Like, what's happening with it? Like, I don't even know what's going on there, but all I know is everyone's pissed that Dr. Oz is he's living with, like John Fetterman's commercial says, he's living in his mom's basement just so he can have an address here, so he can run for PA State Senate for some fucking reason. And I think Dr. Oz also wants to release all the pedophiles from jail, according to the commercials. Like, how is this all legal? Can we, like, do something about this? Because according to me, the people I have to vote for is Tom Wolfe, and presumably everyone hates him for some reason, John Fetterman, who wants to kill all the babies, the other guy who wants to release the murderers, and a TV personality doctor who might not really be a doctor, who's living with his mom, who wants to release all of the other people from jail. So it's just like, what are we doing here in this aspect?
It's not Tom Wolfe anymore. Tom Wolfe's done.
Oh, he's done.
You got Josh Shapiro is running for governor against Doug Mastriano.
Right, and that guy, that's the guy who wants to release the murderers, I think.
Doug Mastriano is truly an insane person. So we're just going to put him aside.
Okay.
Yeah, so the reason I think all of these questions of why are we allowed to say and do these things
I mean, I get
all the time.
Freedom of speech, whatever, but like...
There's also, like, campaign laws about certain things, and, like, mudslinging is okay. And this goes back, and I know it probably goes back further, but I know, like, even, like, Teddy Roosevelt, like, there was, like, people were like, oh, he's a woman, actually. Like, back then. Like, newspapers running stories and stuff like that. So, like, this has been going on forever. And I don't know why it's allowed to just go on forever, because it also makes you feel insane, because you just get, like, text messages with, like, video links.
Right.
And we get, like, 1,000 mailers, and one day I get one from one party, and I get one from the other party. And it's like, this guy sucks. It's like, this guy actually doesn't suck. He's really cool. And it's like, oh, this guy's actually a pedophile and was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Like, this guy actually helped kill Jeffrey Epstein. He didn't kill himself. And it's like, what's happening? Why do I get these on my texts in the mail, and I get paper everywhere? And it's just crazy things that I already don't care about, because I already have an opinion on most of these things.
Do you want to know my favorite 2 things is to do every 4 years come like October, November time? 1 is not vote for the president, because it makes 0 sense. And 2, sorry, I know I just pissed off like 90% of the country, but I'm sorry. And 2 is I now, as of last time when Trump and Biden were running for each other, against each other, I would get the calls because I read, and like, it would be these, it would be people my age. I could tell, dude, they're like, hey, Levi, what's up? Like, I'm Josh Klein. I'm campaigning for Bernie. I'm campaigning for Trump, blah, blah, blah. Just want to make sure we've got your vote at the polls this weekend. I sat on the phone for 25 minutes arguing with one of these people with just no knowledge, just the headlines or what I thought some people believed in and what they weren't. Like a guy trying to get me to vote for Trump. I was like, well, let me ask you this. is Trump planning on getting rid of student debt? Because I've got like $35,000 right now racked up, and I know he's for the middle class, and I know Bernie said he's getting rid of it all. And so I think Biden said the same thing, but what's Trump going to do? And I keep asking questions and this and that, and then I'd hit the heavy hitter questions. And I said, well, I heard Trump supports, getting rid of all women's rights or whatever it was at the time that he was viral for.
Yeah.
And then they have to be like, sometimes the headlines in the news, they misconstrued. What network did you hear it on? Was it Fox? If it was Fox, it's probably not true. Listen, Donald Trump, he was a celeb, and they just defend him for 20 more minutes. And then it's a little fake business. Okay. We do a little fake business with the people who called. I had a guy, I have a recording. I don't know if I can release it legally, but some guy from, GPS Google Maps called me because my Google Maps listing information was inaccurate. And so, obviously I didn't give him any information. They can't do anything about it, but I had his homeboy on the line for 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden you can hear it in the recording. Someone took over and he said, oh, hello. Yeah. I'll be taking over the call now. And so they tried convincing me that like my address was wrong or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
So you out scam the scammers.
And then
you also mess with poll workers who call in not poll workers.
And then he gave me a link and then he was like,
what are they called?
Can you Google green frog Google Maps demo, and like 3 results showed up. So I know this is just keywords that they use to get you into the scam so they can access your computer and all your personal information. So I didn't click on it, but instead I Googled the name of their company with the word scam at the end and found all of the reviews. And so he was like, did you get to the website yet? Are you there? Are you on the demo page? I don't see you on there. We can see blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, no, I clicked on this one Facebook link and it says your company name is a scam. And like, I'm reading it all. And he goes, oh, well, you must have found the reviews. Yeah. Well, Mrs. McCurdy, of course, they kept calling me Mrs. McCurdy, ma'am. We can't please everybody. So, we don't get 5-star reviews all the time. Sometimes we can't, like the customers aren't always happy. We have thousands of customers. We can't please them all. And so I go to his Google reviews and they're all just 1 stars. And I'm like, well, half of your reviews here are 1 stars. And he's like, well, did you find the demo page? Are you on that yet? Those are just can you click off of that? And I had him on the phone. And so I think he knew by like the 18-minute mark. And he was like, you know what? I'm just going to send you a postcard when you get it. Call us with the code and we'll confirm your Google address. Have a good day. And I kept him on the phone for like 5 more minutes after that and then let him hang up. Like I kept going,
incredible.
I kept going, oh, okay. So I'll just wait for the postcard. And then he's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Have a great day. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll get that in, it'll be 3 days. Oh, yep, 3 days. Okay, man. And I kept him on for like 3 more minutes. Bro, it was beautiful. And it's just like, you can't, A, don't have time to do this, but B, if you do it, just expect me to waste your time because it's like, this is where we're at. Like, it's awesome. Blatantly obvious who you are. But man,
dude, do you get the call to buy your house all the time too?
No, I haven't gotten those yet. I get the letters. Like I get the the letters that are my mortgage company, and they're like, "Hey, we need to refinance."
Hey, Paul, this is Anna from First Choice. We'd like to make a cash offer on your house. Mm-hmm. I got that 5 times in voicemails last week, and then I also text me. They text me.
So listen, do you know this? Do you know how those work? Have you ever known anyone to do that?
Kind of. It's something that I looked into at one point.
Like those signs that say we'll buy your house for cash on the side of the highway. It's the same thing. So Megan's brother's ex-wife, I don't know if they're it's, this is the kind of family it is. You'll know. And so his ex-wife and her cousin or sister or someone, they both inherited multiple times, $100,000 to $150,000. Like grandma died, they each got $100,000, gone in 2 weeks. Bought boots, cowboy boots, hats, cars. They paid for this bill, that bill. They gave their friend this money. They bought a house. They did this. They did that. They didn't do anything with it. It was gone in a week. And so then 6 months later, great grandma died. And they got another influx of cash, gone in 2 weeks. The reason all this cash is gone is because they
like how you
apartments.
whispered that as if someone could hear you.
It's fine, but just whatever. But it's, you know what I mean? Like they're those type of people. If I would have gotten that inheritance, it would be a completely different story. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's gone now. And because they bought out and used that money to buy a house that they couldn't afford and weren't fucking smart with it, all their bills were now due and they had no money to pay them. And so they had to use a sell your house for cash service. It was, I think, $130,000 house. They handed them $35,000 cash, moved out the next day, and now they're living in like a 1-bedroom apartment. They will buy your $100,000 house for about 30 grand. And it's like, no questions asked, sign on the dotted line. And then of course they flip it for $250. You know, it's the most insane thing. I can't.
So it's just like trying to basically hope that they find a person who like desperately needs.
You need cash. Yeah, no, you need
pennies on the dollar.
Mm-hmm. It's for only people.
That makes sense. I assumed it was something like that. Mm-hmm. It drives me nuts because I get it constantly. And like, dude, I started getting it like 2 months after we moved here. Mm-hmm. Like I get it constantly.
Yeah.
But
it's and the mortgages. I mean, listen, adjustable rate mortgages, they're on their way back. They are trying to make a comeback right now. What happened in 2006 to 2008?
Yes,
baby.
Yes,
baby. It's coming. It's coming. And I just talked to the realtor who's supposed to be getting us a venue property here. I asked her, I'm like, you nervous? Like, do you know what's coming? And she's like, no way, baby. She's like, the market's strong. She's like, I'm doing more numbers than ever right now. And I'm like, okay, keep it up. Because I'm pretty sure we're in for a 2008 here. Very, very soon. I think opening interest rate on your house now is like 5.7, maybe 6%. Like, it's not good. It's not good. We luckily refinanced like 6 months after we moved in, and I think we got it down to like 2.3 or something like that. So
yeah, ours was like pretty good. I don't remember what it is, but it was like pretty good because we got it like early 2021 when stuff was still like topsy-turvy in the favor of like, oh, your rate's going to be low. It's just, can you get the house?
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Tim Dillon was like in that, like he was fucking doing lines of coke and slinging mortgages people couldn't afford all through like the early 2000s. That's how he kind of got his start. But like he knows, he's got like his finger on the pulse of like the real estate industry. And he says it's coming. So he's
I've been seeing that. I've been reading too, like, I read a story last week that was like all the like trailing indicators that like come as it's like prices are starting to drop actually.
Right.
Stuff's sitting a little bit longer because people don't have the money to throw at it anymore. And the rates are going up for mortgages.
Right.
So this is like everything is moving in the direction of a slowdown to like possibly a huge.
I just read an article that said in 2020, now obviously this has to do with all the stimulus and economy boosting the government was doing, but in 2020, the average American savings account, not checking account, savings account was over $2,000, which I think we can all testify. I think 2020 was probably a solid year for most people as far as finances go. I don't think Meg's worked more than 3 hours and made like $75,000 that year. Like, it's insane. So, but now I think in 2022, the average is zero. It went from 2,000 to zero in about 2 years because guess what, baby? $1,200 per American. Oh, we're going to give you $600 more. Less than $2,000. Canada was getting like $2,000 per citizen a day or some insane bullshit, like $2,000 a week or some shit for every person. Didn't matter who you were or how much you made.
Yeah, but the government testing to it.
The government gave us like $1,200, and it's like, hey, bro, thanks for my rent.
$1,200, and $600. It's 24. No, wait, then we got another $1,200.
But no. I didn't get half of them. We didn't get half of them because it either they didn't come, they fucked it up, they gave it all to dead people, and then we just had to do it in our taxes, which doesn't really help anyone anyways. So it's like, dude, it was so ridiculous.
Like, so crazy that I like forgot. Did you feel like, I was just talking to my brother about this last night. Do you feel like your memory has like gaps in it now after COVID? Like, it just like, when did that happen? What year was that? When did that happen? Oh, 2020?
Bro, I'm still talking. I'm still using it as an excuse. Like, Justin and I just talked yesterday because whatever the reasons are, it doesn't matter. Marketing, the economy, the reasoning behind it. I don't have any data of it right now. Thanks to Harbor Plan, I will later. But like, I don't have rhyme or reason why we've only done 5 videos this year and 10 wedding videos last year. And we are only slated to do 2 so far next year. Like, it's fine. Like, the camera work versus DJ work sometimes outweighs it. It is what it is. And so we're messing with their plans and pricing to figure it out and do more camera work next year, etc. But like that whole conversation, I was like, bro, I think it's honestly just COVID. Like, we're still, Biden just announced the pandemic over yesterday or the day before, even though like it's still kind of going. And like, it's not like,
dude, did you happen to see the thing about people who, if you get it 3 or more times, it can affect you the way it affected people the first time in 2020?
She just said, I just got my 4th or 5th booster. Hey guys, how many of these are we going to get? Like, when are we going to stop with the...
I think we're probably going to still be getting them until people aren't getting... Because there's an article...
Have you stopped? Are you still getting it? Like, where are you
I'm getting it still for the next one because I just read this article. I kind of lost track of it since it slowed down and didn't really care or read about it.
Yeah.
And then one of my buddies who's like not necessarily like an alarmist at all, he and I were talking because he found this article. Let me find this. Where is this? Oh God, we text way too much. Basically, here it is. Here we go. COVID raises risk of long-term brain injury. And it's memory impairments, commonly referred to as brain fog, but the most common symptom, which I definitely experienced. My brain was like not okay for like a month. But in people who have multiple infections, it's like permanent brain damage now. I'm sending you this article so you can check it out. And the thing that sucks is that basically you have to, the boosters, there's no longer the same vaccine. It's a different thing now. My friend Alan explained this to me. It's a booster now that's specific to the current variant that instead of working the way it used to.
But how do they know that?
Well, they're always kind of playing catch up too. That's what's
and
like,
you don't know.
It's kind of like
how do you know if you got but that's the thing. Your 4th or 5th booster is for COVID-19 variant 19,000.
And then there's another one by the time it like comes around. So
COVID variant Omicron that was last year is still going, so that's what's going to get you. So
well, I'm pretty sure you can find out which one you had if you like there's like a antibody test. I didn't do it.
Now there is. Well, because 6 months ago they wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's like you can voluntarily go get it done, I think.
Okay.
But
it's so crazy, man. I don't know anymore.
Well, and there was a story I read last week that I will take with a grain of salt, but apparently, and I was just talking about this too, apparently there's like a possible theory going around that like, you remember in 2019 in the summer when everybody was getting vape lung? Vape lung?
Oh, when they were the popcorn lung, they were telling you not to vape, you'll die, your lungs will explode. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a theory that might have been COVID, like season 1, all the way back then. Because that kind of went away and people still vape. That just stopped happening. But people still vape. So that it's like, they were like, could it have been here a lot earlier than we knew? And we thought it was this thing. But
because it's a respiratory disease.
It's a respiratory thing. But again, theory, this was like a passing thing I read about. Like,
that's a wet dream. I should get like Sandy Dunkel and all of her friends on a Zoom call and pitch that to them. All of her, Mandy Moore, all of my mom's friends from Holy Spirit, rest in peace, the one who passed away. They would all fucking lose their shit. Oh, because trust me, dude, whenever these things happen, because my mom is a respiratory therapist, so of course, all through COVID, she's been texting me like, V, COVID, V, got another patient, V, how's your lungs? You breathing okay? Like the whole thing. And of course, when the whole vaping popcorn lung stories came out, she was like, V, I know you're vaping. What are you doing? Stop it. I just had another patient today. And of course, when she knew I was drinking, she was like, V, I just had a patient because he didn't have alcohol. He overdosed on mouthwash because he saw there was 3% alcohol in mouthwash, and I don't want that to be you.
Okay,
hey, V,
it's like, hey, that's like a edge case that doesn't happen normally. So yeah, I read this the other day.
My mother works.
Tell you about this. I was like, I thought Levi would be into this story. I was
So
like, I
that's
don't know if
very
it's-
interesting. I would love, I bet you I could get Mandy on a call. Mandy would love to talk to me about that. All right, I'm gonna text her.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be dope.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll try and find the original story about.
but
like,
here's the thing too.
COVID.
I heard, and that's why honestly I thought Justin and I didn't get it. Now I think he did. I definitely got it. I think this year in the beginning sometime, but like I was under the impression people were saying that like weed and cigarette smokers weren't getting it because of the smoke and the heat in the lungs, and like because COVID doesn't like the heat.
It's not the heat. Cannabis actually can like help fight the inflammation from COVID.
Well, then let's go. I mean, then that's game over.
It's a
Listen
plant
to me.
property thing. It's
Make
like
the
especially if
fucking
there's CBD
plant
in it.
federally legal tomorrow. If Biden wants, listen to me. I'm so sick of this shit. They have 3 things to do in this country if they're voted president. You somehow create world peace, which I know we'll never do until the aliens come. You get rid of student loans in this country completely. This $10,000 bullshit, fuck you. I can make that in a week. I made that this month. Unfortunately, it's all gone because I got bills and other people to pay, but fuck you. And secondly, the goddamn drug. Listen, fucking Colorado has a surplus of $2 billion every year because of their state cannabis laws, and it's bullshit. Listen, fix the roads, fix the country, fix the shit, and make federally legal any person, especially any fucking black person who has ever been arrested for marijuana, let him go. I'm done.
Yep.
Let him go.
Dude.
It's over. It's over now.
It doesn't seem like it should be that hard, right? It's like these things
Right.
are all widely popular.
If this listen, if Kamala Harris wants to be liked in this country, she needs to go back through her Rolodex and find every fucking person she's thrown in jail for drugs back when she was a judge and let them go. Announce it tomorrow. I want to see the headline. Kamala Harris releases 87 Americans from jail that she put in jail to begin with because of drugs and marijuana. I want to see
Honestly,
it tomorrow.
Can you imagine the boost that she would get if she did that?
She'd
like,
be the
she would
next
go from being
Michelle
so
Obama.
disliked- Yeah.
She'd get a Netflix deal in 20 minutes. She'd have 3 books lined up on New York's bestseller list in 5 days, and she'd be president next year. It's game over. Release them and let them go.
Dude, I can't argue that. Can't argue that at all. It's truly wild that like we're at this point too, because like there's so many states where you can get medical marijuana now or recreational, and like you said, the tax benefit, but also like there is health benefit. There's like, and again, there's not enough data because it's not federally legal, so they can't get grants and they can't study it.
Right.
But like the studies that do go out, it's like, oh yeah, like it seems like if you consume this, you're less likely to have like serious issues from COVID, or hey, if you consume this, you might not have seizures, or like it helps with this.
Yeah,
like, there's so
you
many
want to know why they're
things that are going
pissed?
on.
You want to know why they're pissed? Because they don't want me spending $60 a month on weed. They want me spending $60 a month on the promethazine or whatever the fuck they prescribed me for anxiety and depression for the first time in my life at 30 years old for $60 at Rite Aid. They don't.
It's always about this, dude. It's always
I can't.
about this.
There were people at the wedding on the golf cart at the end of the night, 11:30, talking about they went to like Minnesota or Colorado, whatever state it was legal. They said they bought like 20 pre-rolls for $10. They then went to another state where it wasn't legal, got tattoos, and paid for and tipped the guy in tattoos in like 5 of the pre-rolls. So they're still good for the week. Like it's currency. It makes sense. And guess what? 90% of the people you know are fucking doing it. Whether we're working, whether we're not, whether I'm sitting here with it right now or not, it doesn't matter because everyone's doing it. And it's like, hey, if we are $1 trillion in debt, which doesn't make sense to me to begin with, who do we owe money to? The aliens? Who do we owe money to? China? We don't even like them. Okay?
I could explain
We're
this,
with
but we don't have enough
Taiwan.
time to do that,
We're with
so.
Taiwan. Listen, hey, Taiwan who? One China all the way, baby. Listen. Listen, we'll be crawling back to China in a minute. We're up to 75 cents, baby. I'm not getting drafted. My son's got autism, so it's probably me too. So I got medications I'm picking up at Rite Aid for $60 a month. They can't draft me. So let's go, baby. Listen, I'm so...
Dude,
listen.
I love how this went from like Adam Levine to like you yelling about, let them all fall, let them all go.
Make weed legal, get rid of the national debt, get rid of the people in jail. Like make the country... You want to make America great again?
Should we throw together a Levi McCurdy for president? Like just like a page where you can have like your stances and we can like build them out.
And can it just be clips from the podcast? Like just that?
I'm
we'll just
thinking
clip
that's
that
actually
section.
It's a funny promo.
Oh,
Especially as
and
we head
then,
into
and no,
election
no, 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 no,
season
no,
for
no,
that.
no, no. Oh, Paul. Oh, it's such a great idea. Okay, and we'll need someone else to do it because I'm not smart and don't have enough time, either Lance or Brent or whoever in California that we know. I want the website to be like Levi McCurdy for president. And then just they come to a landing page and all it says on there is what topics mean the most to you, or like what do you want to see fixed, whatever it is, like women's rights, healthcare, college, student loan debt forgiveness, like all this stuff, lower taxes, all the stuff that people run on in the campaign promises. We'll have that in a big drop down and we'll make it as easy, like we'll make it dummy proof. Like it's not going to say, lower taxes for the middle class. It's going to say like less money out of your paycheck, like the real shit. And so when they click on that, nothing else happens, but that goes away, like it fades out and then fades in a video, and then the title changes to Levi McCurdy stance on, and then the topic they picked, and then it's just a video, and then they click on it, and it's me saying, Kamala Harris, get them all the fuck out. Like, dude. And then after the video, that fades out and it says, will you be voting for Levi McCurdy and the Sparks Party? Listen, I've done the research. We only need 300. We need 300,000 signatures to say that they are voting for the Sparks Party, and it will be on the ballot next to Republican, Democrat, liberal, Sparks. So we need 300,000 signatures and it's done.
How old do you hit on? How old?
You need to be 35. So we have 5 years to plan.
Well, I'm see for state senate.
You can be however old you want, I think. There's no rules.
30 years old for governor.
Okay, I could be governor.
Governor. Sparks Party for governor.
It'd be me and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking podcasting all day long. Hey, what are you doing with California? Oh, well, I just filmed a movie and we're lowering taxes. That's dope, man. Pennsylvania, I just filled another pothole, baby.
Oh my God. All right. I kind of want to think more on this idea. I do have to go though.
Yeah.
Because I have to get ready for something else.
Bounce.
This worked really well, by the way.
It did. I'm concerned about your it says, okay, I was concerned about the video quality because you're really fuzzy to me, but there's a little sign right here that says actual recording is higher quality. Yeah. So
you kept glitching out on my side too, so we'll find out.
Okay. Well, all right. Awesome, dude. I love it.
Well, we went full spectrum of weird things, as always. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'd introduce you to a new theory I heard about, like origins of COVID, which I knew you'd be into. So you collect them. Where'd it come from? It would be crazy. Like, I'll try and find the story I found on that. I feel like I could go either way because I do think there was a rash of like bad vapes because people were also doing it like homegrown ones.
Of course. So like, listen. The whole exploding vape pen thing is just like is the most absurd.
It wasn't mass market one.
No, it wasn't. Like, and that's what everyone was saying. Like, oh, your thing's gonna explode. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting. First of all, I'm not doing with my friend Tyler. I'm not putting like thick C-cell batteries in them and putting actual pieces of cotton with juice and a spark and a flame. Of course that's going to explode in your mouth. I'm buying the cheap ones from China at 7-Eleven that should explode in my mouth, but guess what? They're not. So like it's weird. And so yeah, dude, no, I get it. But I think I'm gonna text some people about that theory and see what they say.
Just like throw it out there, see what happens. Yeah. It's at least interesting to consider because that was weird how that just went away.
Yes.
Like I hadn't thought about it really because like COVID happened and like no one was thinking about the year before.
Well,
really.
But bro, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? It might have just been the cycle because I mean, like COVID didn't exist when
that like 3 months where there was like
no COVID because we were rioting.
That's another whole thing, but
right.
Yes, but all right, I'm gonna run out. Let me know how this turns out because I'm curious to see it.
I will,
and we will talk more later. Yeah, I'm really glad I got to tell you the Kmart thing live because I was like, I've been holding on to that.
Dude, the Kmart thing, the Kmart thing is so interesting to me because it's like, did you know that Miley Cyrus had a Walmart thing in like 2000, 2001? She had Walmart, but like that makes sense when you're trying to like, promote to little 12-year-old girls who want glitter and Miley Cyrus on their t-shirts. You go to Walmart and you sell. Dude, I think that shit netted her like 20 million overnight. Like it was insane.
Adam Levine thing's just so funny given the context of like
the articles
today.
But the articles though were like Adam Levine launches Kmart clothing brand amid stores closing. And it's like, why are we why, like, this was their last, like, they got one last investment round from like Shark Tank or some shit, and they were like, hey, here's an influx of $5 million. You guys have one shot. Listen, guys, we have one fucking shot. What do? We either spend $5 million on a cat appreciation day post on Facebook, or hear me out, he's really hot right now, we get Adam Levine, we throw his name on some polos, and we call it a day. He's going to love the khakis we have to offer, and I think we'll write him a check for the whole $5 million, and people will flock. People will watch The Voice, they'll see what he's wearing from Kmart, and they'll flock to the remaining 12 stores that we have open.
Because he's wearing Kmart. It'd be funny if he was wearing Kmart.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine if it came out like he was actually wearing the Kmart? Like he said, there's no way. There's no way. They sent him boxes. He's got boxes of Kmart at his office, at his house.
He gets on Instagram.
Oh, that's why he's hitting up all these fucking 21-year-olds on Instagram, because he wants to send them all the fucking Kmart clothes because he has nowhere to put it.
Yeah, that sounds like what's happening, man. He's like, yo, you interested in a care package? It's got some Kmart. It's care package spelled with a K.
Let me see that booty in them khakis, baby. Fuck, your body's an hourglass in that polo, dude.
Unreal. All right. On that note, I am going to also, Brittany, I'm just going to send you can I share my screen on here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Just going to show you what Brittany just got on Instagram. So this is her story from earlier in the week. Oh, geez, infinite window.
How do I do this? Go back? No, go back. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I see you.
These are all the people that watched her story from yesterday.
Wait, what? Wait. Okay, so this is
not all of them. There's other normal people, but this is
your wife's Instagram.
These are their story. People who watched her story.
And what does she have? Galore. What does she have in the hashtags?
No, nothing. Just a picture from Longwood Gardens.
Was it tagged with a location or anything?
I think she probably tagged it Longwood, but like.
Oh, well, that's why, dude. That's why. The bots have the bots have like keywords set up. So Longwood is probably a trigger for all the porn sites. So anytime anything with like hashtag Longwood or the location Longwood, I guarantee you is a trigger for the sex bots. Oh, that's gotta be it, right? There's no way that your wife just has fucking like her accounts flagged as like a set. Now listen, your wife's a fucking bombshell, but like I don't think they just target random people from Pennsylvania to be like, yo, I'm gonna make your fucking pussy come so hard tonight. Text me at 814-755-9673. Like I don't think that really. I mean, hey, I thought I was good looking, but I don't get those Instagram story views.
She didn't tag Longwood. I just asked her.
Location, hold on, what's her Instagram? I'm going to get to the bottom of this right now. There's got to be something. I'm pretty sure I'm following her. What's her name? Brittany.
She's like the underbelly of those leaves must be really hot for these bots.
Paul McBride, where are you? Brittany, there you are. Brittany Seraph. Oh, I don't follow her. Well, the podcast now does.
Oh, wait, I got it too. Followed me too. I got the same thing.
Wait. The shot. Okay, it was on this plant right here. This one?
Next one. The next one's that picture, our friend Kirsten. See, like that picture, the first one, Kirsten took that picture of Brittany taking the other picture.
Right.
But here's mine, dude. Ready? Send you mine. Go look at my story.
She's not tagging anything.
Dude, just...
Instagram's weird, dude. Instagram's so weird now. Dude, Carlos can't upload, like, you know how Instagram Reels, you can add, like, actual music, like, that'll just play on that, like, just to promote it or whatever. Anytime Carlos adds music, and we've tested this via my account, the video file, the app, we've tested it always. He posts a reel with music, the music is instant static, and that's all you hear is static and us talking. Like, you don't hear the music turns to static. I've chalked it up as maybe his phone. He has a Galaxy S like 21, like it's brand new.
Oh yeah.
It's brand new, but like he sent me the video, I posted it on the same account. It comes through fine with the Instagram music, so I don't know. Instagram's very weird now, and I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to be around much longer. But so you posted the flower picture, and you got the bots
same one
too.
Yeah, look at all the bots that viewed it.
You tagged Longwood Gardens though.
I did tag Longwood.
That's so interesting, dude. I don't know. Maybe, dude, your wife.
Who knows?
Dude, your wife's just a fucking dude. The reviews are in. Your wife will milk you dry. Okay, her fucking Snapchat stories will milk you. Her Instagram stories are so off the fucking charts that I'm just, as soon as we get off this call, I'm like probably gonna unload at least 3 times to that fucking plant picture.
It's very funny that the plant pictures got all the bots. Like, I'm like so curious what caused that.
Right. Like, it's usually like, I mean, I thought maybe Britt had her tits out on the IG and I missed it, but like, it's just a plant. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. Like, can we do an experiment? Can she get some tits out, maybe just a little cleavage, a little bit, and see what happens then?
See what bots happen next?
Yeah, let's see what happens then. What if it's just like a bunch of old men?
I mean, that's inevitable.
Or like plant enthusiasts. Just plant enthusiasts.
Yeah, it's just the inverse relationship of like, oh, well.
I bet that, look at that girl's tits. I bet she's got plants out the ass.
I will agree, though, that Instagram is awful now.
Oh, yeah.
Because all Instagram does is whatever other apps do that is successful, they then steal it. But not in the way where Apple does the same thing. Yeah. Apple does the same thing with their phone. Every iOS takes all the features from everything else.
Hey. There's about 16 dynamic island clones on the Android App Store right now. I don't want to fucking hear it. Apple did it first, and if you have a dynamic island app on your Android phone, I don't want to hear shit about your green bubbles or the fucking Apple or how we copy everything from Android, because guess what? Now the roles are reversed, bitch. And now I'm done. I can't. I'm
just going to do something for you here.
I saw it once.
Oh, God.
Allergic to all the bullshit. I can't do it. I can't do it with the role reversal. COVID raises risk, long-term brain injury. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. Shout out to Adam Levine, crawling back to his wife. Thanks to you, we have raised $1.25 for some form of charity. Probably going to be the homeless in California. I will send receipts of where we donate that money, of course, on our Twitter. Check it out. Listen, we wish him all the best of luck. He didn't cheat on his wife. Listen, he said it. He didn't cheat on his wife, okay? You got to believe him on this one. He didn't cheat on his wife. I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta go. All right. I'll see you later.
I will talk to you soon. Also, look what I put in Discord after this. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
And now I'm feeling stupid, falling back to you.